Hey, and welcome to the REI Classroom. My name is Michael Blanc, and I'll be your instructor today. Today I want to talk to you about how you can get paid to bird dog multifamily deals. So a lot of you guys are watching this video because you believe real estate is a kind of way to generate passive income, long-term wealth, and maybe quit your job. And multifamily is actually the best way to do that. The challenge with multifamily is that it requires, relatively speaking, a long time to be successful. And I talk about the importance of the first deal. But clearly, if you want to show success, buying a single family house rental is much better, of course, but much harder to retire from a single family house, which is why multifamily is a lot better, much more scalable. But here's the thing with that is a lot of people just don't think the strategy is right for them. Too hard, too long, whatever. Okay, and in a previous episode, I talked about, hey, if you don't want to do a larger multifamily deal right out of the gate, then do a duplex. And for some people, even that is a little bit too much. They just can't see themselves actually raising money or having the money, and the whole thing is overwhelming to them. But many people really like the idea of wholesaling or bird dogging deals, and you can do the same thing for multifamily. So I want to talk about that here today because it's a great way to get in the game without actually risking anything, and all you do is you put a bunch of time in. All right, so this is why I want to talk about bird dogging here. So the alternative really is to refer deals to somebody else. I had a student who brought me a deal in Columbus, Ohio, and he found it, he analyzed it, he started negotiating the deal, and he was starting to negotiate on a number that started to make sense, and that's when he called me up. And we figured out how to split the deal a little bit. I was going to pay him a portion of the acquisition fee, so we agreed on a $45,000 payment for this deal, which is pretty cool because if the deal closes, there's really no risk for the bird dogger for you. You're getting paid $45,000, which is really nice, and you can actually say that you've done a deal. So it's a really, really good bonus, and for me, it's great because someone else found a deal that works for me. So everybody kind of makes money, and everybody's kind of happy. So in this environment where it's harder to find multifamily deals, it's a little bit of a hot market right now. Deals are still out there, but they're not going to fall in your lap. You're going to have to work for it. But in this kind of environment where it's harder to find deals, if someone brings you a pre-negotiated, pre-qualified deal, there's value in that, okay? Because it's not easy to find. You just got to find the right person who's looking for the deal, who's willing to take that deal off your hand. But if you have that, there's a lot of value in that. But here's the thing: it's not difficult to get started. You have to have certain skills. Okay, you have to know how to find deals. So you got to create deal flow. You got to talk to brokers. You have to appear credible to the brokers so they take you seriously and send you deals. Then you have to, then you have to be able to make credible offers. Right? You have to be able to learn how to analyze deals. That's the thing. You got to know what the ultimate buyer is going to look for, what their criteria are, and how to underwrite deals. So these are all learnable skills, and I teach those skills all the time, but they're very learnable skills. What you don't need necessarily is you don't need to know how to raise money. You don't necessarily need to know how to build a team, how to perform due diligence, how to close a deal, how to add value, right? Those are useful because it raises your confidence and your overall expertise. It's good to know those things, but you don't need to do that, which is the advantage of bird dogging and wholesaling. Now, here's a key to referring deals to others, okay? I get this all the time. Hey, Michael, attaches a 25 unit in Orlando. Let me know what you think. That's ridiculous, right? Because there's no value in me in someone sending me a marketing package. That number one is probably readily available listing somewhere, but number two, it doesn't cut down on the level of analysis that I have to do, right? So don't be that bird dogger. There's no value in that. You're wasting time. You're just going to tick people off. So in other words, in order for you to be able to monetize this activity, your time analyzing deals, you have to, of course, find a deal, right? And then you have to analyze a deal, meaning you have to know, hey, what price is actually a good purchase price? And you have to be able to learn to underwrite this deal properly. And then you have to start a negotiating process. The farther along the negotiation process, the more valuable the deal is. So at a minimum, you should have a verbal agreement on a number that makes sense. Or at least maybe you're negotiating towards a number that makes sense, and you see it in you're maybe a couple days away, and you start making that first call. But really, you don't want to call that ultimate buyer until at least that's in place, because otherwise you haven't underwritten the deal. It's not pre-qualified. It's not pre-negotiated. There's really no value in what you're doing at all. So that's the keys to bird dogging, is those two things: find it, analyze it, and start pre-negotiating. If you have a signed letter of intent in place, that's even better. If you have a signed contract in place, there's a lot of value in that, and that's true wholesaling. It's a little harder to do sometimes for someone who doesn't have a track record, try to get it under contract. But if you can do that, that has a lot of value, because then you can really build in the spread, right? Obviously, as you know, wholesaling. So that is a great way to get in a multifamily investing game before you sit on the sidelines. And again, these equities, these marketing fees, these bird dog fees can be substantial. Much more than $1,000 for a single family house or whatever else, because these can be larger deals. So if the ultimate buyer, can easily pay you $30,000 to $50,000 on deals like that. So hope you found that useful. It gives you something else to think about to try to get into multifamily investing game. All right, I'll talk to you later. Catch you on the next episode. Hey there, and thanks so much for sticking around to the end of the video. I want to give you 3 things to do in sequence. Let me give you a quick tour of what those 3 things are, and then I'll show you how to do them. Number 1 is to download my free ebook called The 10-Minute Offer. It's all about making offers quickly, accurately, to give you confidence about analyzing deals and making offers. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I put out new videos all the time and I want you to make sure you get them. That's number 2. Number 3 is to watch the next video in line. All right, so I'm going to go give you a chance to do that right now. And when you click on one of these things, a new tab will open up, and for the ebook. Okay, so click on the ebook and new tab will open up. The video will stop playing. You can go back to the video and click on step 2, which is subscribe to the channel. That'll open up a new tab as well. And then 3 is when you click on the last one to watch the next video in line. That'll open up in a current window. All right, I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you in the next video.